National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang disclosed that the Area 4 Police Division has seen a 53% increase in homicides when compared to last year. Dr. Chang made the disclosure during yesterday's Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industry Security Summit.
This year, the statistics are not particularly good. Ironically, Area 4 represents the most urbanized part of the corporate area, and has, over years, I think people that are still here, had maybe the worst statistics for crime. Is this year, I say doing well, but is doing fairly well. In fact, the numbers would suggest at this point there are the exact percentage may be in the region of 15-20%, but the exact number is some 63 homicides behind what it was last year, which is quite a remarkable achievement for the corporate area. On the other hand, Area 4, which is host to the Friendly City, center of tourism operation, and Montego Bay, and a growing center of economic activity, and really the Montego Bay is now the center of what I call the western and northern corridor for economic development in Jamaica, and will continue to be so given all the projections, have the complete opposite. We are now actually 60, well, I think it's 53 as of Tuesday, and similar in Kingston. So we're almost a mirror image of Area 1, where Area 1 has gone down by 53, we're going up by 53 between Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, and Trelawney.
Dr. Chang also urged Jamaicans to support the police in their efforts in ending crime and violence.
And we have to give the police support, morally and physically. The government is committed to ensuring that we provide the police with resources. We had a two-year gap because the budget had to be focused on the health issue for the last 24 months. But we have maintained our policy. We are restoring that this year, and we are seeking to, in fact, expand the police force to its appropriate size and to provide them with the tools required both legally and physically. And they're working hard. This is why I say it's a good time for Montego to reflect, because I think we have some of the most hard-working police officers in this region, in St. James in particular, but across St. James, Hanover, Trelawney, and Westmoreland.
Meanwhile, keynote speaker Charles Clayton, director of Community Renewal Program at the Planning Institute of Jamaica, outlined ways in which Jamaicans can deter youths from the practice of lottery scamming.
What is it that can make a child who is tempted to scam not do it anymore? There are a number of things that we need to look at. One is deterrence factors. What can deter them? Is it the penalties or the threat of being caught? The threat of being caught is more important than the strength of the penalty, although they both go together. If you don't believe you're going to be caught, then you can make the penalty anything you want. Nobody will believe you, so they'll just go on doing it. So we have to combine adequate penalties along with the possibility, likelihood of being caught, along with useful alternatives. It's not enough to say, get a job. People can work these things out for themselves. Sometimes the jobs that they can get are marginal. If it's going to cost you more to go to work and to buy lunch than the job pays you, or all it can do is take you to work and buy lunch, but it can't pay your rent, it can't pay your light bill, it cannot do your maintenance, then the person works out in their mind, there's no point in this job. It is too marginal. So we have to find jobs that can offer people livable wage, along with the fact that we must have strong deterrence, and along with the fact that we must have the likelihood of being caught. We must also have alternatives that offer livable wages. This then becomes a viable option to people. So we as a society must craft the environment in such a way that we can persuade people that this is possible.
He further outlined the Institute's National Planning Framework 2030.
Well, I'm happy to report that there is an architecture for dealing with this problem. It needs your support from many different angles. If I should start at the very top, our National Planning Framework is Vision 2030 Jamaica, at the very top. And that has 4 goals and 15 outcomes. We have a broad plan for Jamaica called Plan Secure Jamaica that sits within that framework. That's the biggest architecture for Jamaica. And beneath that, we have a plan for crime and dealing with the crime, which is called the Citizen Security Plan. That Citizen Security Plan has 3 broad pillars. One is safe environments, the other is crime prevention, and the third one speaks to community development. And within those three broad thematic areas are subsumed a number of other sub-areas to which we can align ourselves as we work towards supporting the plan. Having said that just to assure you that there's a framework of support that exists within the government, and what we need is your support within this framework. You can contact me to find out how you can give more specific support to that program, but everyone here has a role to play.
Reporting from Mellow TV News, I'm Colleen May.